Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Autism in Action podcast. Again, we have another wonderful special guest. She's coming back from season 1, now in season 2, Miss Amy with Miss Amy's Yoga-2-GO. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello. Hi. Nice to be here. Thank you.
So, Amy, tell us a little bit about your organization, Yoga-2-GO, and some of the programs you're offering.
Absolutely. So Yoga-2-GO is a therapist-owned and operated virtual yoga program. I founded it in 2007 while I was working as an occupational therapist in the schools. And it just became a really good supplement to my occupational therapy sessions using yoga and mindfulness to help children, particularly children with special needs and trauma. Mm-hmm. So we specialize in trauma-informed yoga, cell-focused yoga, special needs yoga. And we provide programming for schools, grades K through 12.
Awesome.
That is so awesome.
And for our listeners who maybe don't know what cell means, can you kind of spell that out?
Yes, thank you. Social emotional learning, very big right now. So teaching children to really become more self-aware and figure out what's going on with their emotions, their mind, their body, and then also socially aware. So when we're more self-aware, we can be more socially aware and make better connections and relationships with others. So we're really hitting those cell skills in the Yoga-2-GO courses as well in the classes.
Awesome.
This is so needed, especially in early development. I'm so glad that you work with younger children as well as older children. Can you kind of give us a breakdown of what age groups are for what services?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, I work with K through 12, but I kind of keep the K through 5 kiddos under one program, and that would be the Calm Schools program. So Calm Schools is more of the out of school time. Okay, they're doing more yoga, maybe after school programming, phys ed, recess options. Then we have another K through 5 program, and that's Cell Move Mind, which I'm really excited about. This is our newest one, and that is bringing cell skills, cell curriculum, sensory movement, and mindfulness into the classroom setting. Cell Move Mind is really something you want to do in the classroom, right from the desk. Very easy to do, no props, no mats, nothing needed, just right there in the classroom. So those are the K through 5 programs. Then I have Chi Mind, and Chi Mind is for our 6 through 12, the older kiddos. And that combines Qigong, which is just a very gentle moving and mindfulness exercise. So we have Qigong and mindfulness movement combined for our older kiddos. Makes it a little more interesting. They kind of view it like martial arts, so there's a little more buy-in than
Yes.
Yeah.
And then with COVID and everything, how's it worked with virtual and like sort of transitioning these programs to that format?
I'll tell you, just like everybody, I was completely blindsided because my programs were all on site 100% for this entire time since 2007. And now in response to COVID, we just went completely virtual. And it's been really a blessing in disguise because it gives me the ability to reach a larger location of people, to reach more people virtually. It's wonderful. So I'm doing programs. I'm here in South Carolina, but I'm doing programs all over.
Awesome. No, that's awesome. That's much needed. So.
Yes, definitely.
You also have some products available to help educators and teachers and therapists and families, parents.
Yes, all of us.
Yes.
So this is the Remind Children's Mindfulness card deck. And this is basically 3 steps to self-regulation, 3 steps to helping children learn how to get back into that calm, centered, self-regulated state and to really prevent those meltdowns and that dysregulation, to catch it before it spirals out. Okay. So first, they're just going to check in. Step 1, step 2, they're going to figure out what they're feeling, what tools they need to help themselves feel better. There's several. This is a 56 card deck. You can see all of these little faces and feelings and tools cards here. They're figuring out what they're feeling, what they need. You know, maybe I just need quiet space. I need some time alone. And then step 3, we recheck and we figure out, how are you feeling now that you've used your tools? Do you need more time? Do you need more tools? Can you take away some of those hard feelings cards and put in some happier, easier feelings cards now? It really just, you work with them one-on-one with this. It's a really good tool for therapists, especially one-on-one. But eventually they very quickly learn how to use the 3 steps for themselves. So
very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What is the best place for our listeners to find you online?
Probably, well, my website is www.missamysyoga2go.com. We have a Facebook page, Yoga-2-GO LLC Facebook page. I'm out there, so not hard to do. If you put in a search, you'll find me.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners today that you haven't covered yet?
Yeah, actually, I do a lot of training. So we offer a lot of professional development trainings. There's a yoga tools series that I have, and some of the trainings involved in that would be yoga tools for schools, yoga tools for trauma, yoga tools for tots for our early childhood population. So there's just several. I can adapt them to 1 to 3 hour trainings depending on your needs. Right now, they're all webinars, they're all live, and they do qualify for professional development and continuing education hours. So definitely check those out. Those are listed on the website. Just really good stuff in there, really good information.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Well, Amy, we always like to ask, what would be your advice to our listeners, your best advice for them? Yes.
Wear your seatbelt. No. Oh, wait, with yoga and mindfulness.
Yes.
I just say breathe. So I think especially adults more than kids, they get very hung up. We get very hung up in our minds and we think, oh, am I doing this right? I don't know if I'm doing this right. Oh, am I breathing right? And that just kind of takes away from the whole, benefit of it. So if you can just learn to do that calm, slow, mindful breathing, that's the best thing you can do. That's absolutely the best thing you can do to switch that brain over from stress state, sympathetic to parasympathetic calm state.
Well, I think personally, I found too with, just in everyday life, if I'm getting stressed, it's often much easier to grab my phone or distract myself with something than it is to just stop and breathe. And so I think that's such an awesome reminder to people, just to breathe. Just stop.
So true. Yeah, absolutely. I'm guilty of that myself. And sadly, half the time the things we're seeing on the phone and scrolling through are just creating more stress. So
exactly.
It's not.
And I don't know an adult out there that wouldn't say, I just need a little bit more peace and calm, right? Yes. I mean, we always need a little bit more calm state with all the busy lives that we have going on. So
truly self-care all the way.
Yes.
If I can mention real quickly for the adults, because it's so important. Thank you for that reminder. Our own self-care, starting with self. So we feel self-regulated before we move on to helping our children and our teens.
Yes.
I do offer Qigong for adults. There's virtual classes, virtual Qigong for self-care for adults. And I'll send a link to the Qigong page for you to check that out if you'd like to.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Miss Amy, for sharing all this wonderful words of wisdom and thank you for all the things that you're doing for your community.
Thank you both for everything you're doing. This is wonderful. I really appreciate it. And thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.